Panel over here, and I guess Adam, start. The administration is actively seeking an agreement with Iran that it says represents a diplomatic solution for Tehran's nuclear program. But Israel says that any possible agreement would leave Iran as a threshold nuclear power. If the administration says it has achieved an acceptable deal, would you vote to lift sanctions on Iran despite Israel's concerns?
Yes. We need to keep nuclear weapons out of Israel out of Iran at all costs. And the United States can negotiate on our own. We don't need to get the approval of Israel to negotiate. So simply, yes. You know, a nuclear Iran is a horrible and unthinkable situation. But I'm glad that Iran is at the table, that the sanctions we put in place have worked, and that they're negotiating. I'm not counting on Iran easily negotiating, but when we have an agreement that we favor, that's when we conclude.
I feel that Iran, number one, we need to reduce our dependency on foreign oil. That's the first thing across the board. But if we have an agreement and we feel that they have lived up to their part, then we should lessen the sanctions. Smart power is what we need to always be going for. We need to always make sure that we are doing the diplomatic response. If we need third parties to intervene on our behalf or agree with us around certain issues, we need to make sure we're not the only ones and we're going it alone. So we need to make sure that as Americans that we are standing tough, but always using smart power first. And sanctions is a part of smart power. So if we give them, we have to be in a position to lift them as well.
Yes, I absolutely would support the president, but it's not just the president. You know, it's the P5+1, Germany, France, China, Russia, that's been part of all this. And the IAEA that's been doing the inspections. Right now, the 6-month deal is based on 3 things. And reducing the number of centrifuges they can do to build nuclear weapons, and reducing the stockpile of 20% enriched uranium to 5%, and to allow IAEA inspections, which are happening. You know, we spent years trying to get Iran to the table. We devastated their economy with US, UN, and EU enhanced sanctions. Now that we finally have them at the table, and you know, essentially Rouhani won that election last year by promising the Iranian people that he would get a deal. The Iranians say again and again they want peaceful nuclear power. Israel recently is concerned that they not turn the peaceful nuclear power into nuclear weapons. But if the P5+1 can make a deal, we should respect it and count our blessings and continue to inspect and then move forward.
Right. I mean, I was trying to lay out there. There will be a tension when that agreement comes forward, if it does come forward, because there are going to be some that say that the United States cannot trust Iran to live up to any kind of agreement. So is that, do you think that it's really possible to trust them?
Well, I think the trust but verify has to be there. And I think this is very good public policy and foreign policy on Israel's part to draw as hard a line as they can in order to force the US, Russia, Germany, etc., to be as diligent as possible. You know, Israel cannot stand a nuclear armed Iran. We respect that. Nor, by the way, can Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and the rest of the world. This would be the first country ever to sign the non-proliferation treaty that would have broken. But I think that the trust but verify is exactly what we want. We even know that if we do military strikes, or that Israel does military strikes, you only push back, the best estimate, their capability by 2-3 years. We don't take it away. So we need a diplomatic solution. And if the president, the P5+1, or 3+3 as they say in Europe, can do that, then I think we need to move forward.
All right.